Hi, this is Charles Hatfield, Professor of English at Cal State Northridge. I want to tell you about a class I'm teaching this fall, the fall 2018 semester. It's a junior's honors seminar in English, English 392. This time around, my 392 is called Comics, Childhood, and Children's Comics. It's a study of the intersection of childhood and comics from the 19th to the early 21st century. Comic strips, comic books, graphic novels, various comic art traditions from around the world. We'll be looking at depictions of children in classic comic strips, the foundational comic strips of the American comic strip business in the late 19th and early 20th century. We'll be looking at contemporary graphic novels for children and young adults. We'll be looking at depictions of childhood in graphic memoirs and other graphic books for adults. And we'll be looking at the concerns raised by the intersection of comics and childhood, particularly during the moral panic or anti-comic book crusade that occurred in the United States in the early to mid-1950s. That's a lot of different things to cover. I'm still in the process of figuring out how we're going to do all of it. But the backbone of the class is going to be reading interesting, historically significant, and socially significant comics about childhood and children. If you've ever wanted to research and write a paper on Calvin and Hobbes, or Peanuts, or Raina Telgemeier, or Tintin, this is a good class for you. If you've ever wanted to study contemporary graphic novelists who appeal to young readers, people like Jin Wang, Jean Luen Yang, and other stars of the contemporary scene, this is a class for you. If you've ever wanted to know how childhood can be invoked and examined for subversive, often political reasons, this is the class for you. If you want to talk about diversity or the lack of diversity and the challenges of diversification in comics, particularly comics for and about young people, this is a good class for you. It's English 392, Comics, Childhood, and Children's Comics, again spanning from late 19th to early 21st century examples in a variety of formats and traditions and from a variety of countries and cultures as well. English 392, for those of you curious to work at the crossroads of comic studies and childhood studies. This is the class that brings together children's literature, visual culture, and comic studies in, for me, a new way. And I think it's something new for Cal State Northridge as well. I hope you'll consider joining me in English 392 in fall of 2018. Thank you.